22nd September 2025. To you, my love of loves, where candlelight meets autumn's flame, where the stars meet Monet's night sky, I whisper to you, O Allah, of a decadent loneliness I'd been experiencing. The wind eavesdropped, flowing with the inky smoke and gauloise, and the city was mine, quiet, whispering back the promise between worlds, sharing with me a midnight silence that I had not felt in years. Just a few hours earlier, I had traded Paris's Beaux Arts and Art Nouveau indulgences for Givernet's water lilies and gilded oil paintings. I thought I had escaped the anxiety that bled like a mirage of watercolors, the fear that cried a river of tears, but there she was, shining like the Eiffel Tower as it sparkled. Fear. In the sonnets of Babylon's songs, and in Sununayar's revenge scripts, fear had always been the one that got away, the love that burned too bright, the grief that was relentless in its rage. The dead flowers pressed into the last page of Voltaire's Old Vignettes. This idea that fear can be our runner's high or our rider's folly, that fear is like the Haussmann arches in Paris, an invocation, a part of the city's bones, pale and eternal within us all. In Paris, as I crossed Pont Alexandre, the third's bridges, tracing the dimly lit lamps with dhikr and du'at, with the doubt that held me in its chokehold, I let the fear speak to me. Fear, wearing the ghost of the man I was meant to marry. Fear, who was carved in churrascos that night, a cathedral of dark beauty, a marble courtyard of Maghribi mystique, of broken Chanel brooches and my heartbreak. He held me under that unyielding amber light, with his sweet nothings wrapped in Rimbaud's poetry and Rumi's perfectionism, and told me, kun fayakun, believe and it is, but also told me, I believe I am in hell, therefore I am. When you've walked under the cover of night for so long, the greatest fear of all is that the story you've written for yourself is absolute, that our darkest inner truths are absolute, that we are the gods of our universe with quill and mighty pen, and our fates are written because the ink has dried. Like Montmartre's hills, where sinners became saints, where the ghostly remnants of absinthe and incense perfume the same air, where the cobblestones that hold the weight of thousands of wandering souls remember their hunger for art, for beauty, for redemption, for the halls of original sin to cry and gasp. Even your ruin is beautiful, chérie. But, my love of loves, fear is an illusion. It tells you that suffering is wrapped in elegance and in holiness, that your pain is also your painkiller, that in the city of macabre catacombs lies your epitaph, your tombstone as well. But let go of the fear, and you'll see Paris as it is, alive, like the lovers that share espresso onto the Rue des Martyrs, like its sacred prayer, where the waiters, exhausted but elegant, move like priests of routine, where the tired sighs of Moroccan and Algerian salon de thé owners wear their 61 battle scars and exhausted skin yet kind eyes. They chase their fears, as a child chases pigeons along the Canal Saint-Martin. They chase financial insolvency, losses of freedom, the grief of a glorious heartbreak, being forgotten in a city that never stops remembering itself. But still, they rise before dawn. But still, they rise before dawn, the quiet airs of those whose names will never grace the Pantheon, yet whose breath built the city just the same. Fear, you see, is a shadow that desperately tries to cling to the light of its mausoleum of saints, domed and divine under the courtiers below. But you see, new stories always rise to challenge them, always softly bring a cadence of sweet opportunity and possibility. You just have to claim it as yours. Oh, my love of loves, in Paris, where night's thousand eyes shined like pearls, kissing a midnight opera gown, I saw the woman whose soul had died 1,000 times, carrying the fraying dreams lost in the vintage libraire of vicars and barons, of time and space, until the seams just fell apart. The woman whose war with herself once led her to drown in the depths of the Atlantic, who, like the last seedlings of summer, would swell with the city's secrets, carry the weight of the world, and then cry in the dark. Cry with silent prayer when she couldn't find the way to move forward. But even as the tides rippled, I also saw her. A reflection of a story still waiting to be written, of a destiny still hungry to begin, of a life still waiting to be lived, not just in the perfectionist, neo-impressionist brushstrokes of Van Gogh's dying works, but in the imperfect, loud bazaars and marchés of Chateau Rouge that demand to be heard, to be seen, damn it. Perhaps we were all chandeliers once from Opéra Garnier, falling from the ceiling like we were falling from heaven, shattering into brilliance, and yet, even with your infinite broken little pieces, you were still the light. You are the sun, the moon, the stars, in a million little moments. So live again, my love. Live and love and lose and live again. Let this letter be your reminder. Your fall from grace was never a failure. Your fear was never your immortal truth. Kun fayakun. Be and it is. I am love and love itself. Dear Paris, your life is yours. My life is mine. Your life is yours. So you just have to reach out and take it. À cœur valiant, rien d'impossible. A valiant heart finds nothing impossible. With love from Paris, my love. Sabrina.